Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started. Hello. It's us.
It's us.
We are here.
We're back.
We're back.
And we got no Andros this week. Nobody. It's just the regular crew back at it.
We kicked him to the curb.
That's right.
Back at it again, man. We're here. We're doing it live. YouTube.
Do it live.
We're doing it live, man. I'm not going to use the language. We're not. It's the first 15 seconds. We can't swear yet.
No,
YouTube,
not yet.
Man.
Not yet. Wait till the end. Post show.
Wait till the end of the video.
Probably.
Post show. Put it behind the paywall, man. That's what.
That's
we always
right.
say.
That's right. I hate to start off on a negativity point, but like we didn't get very many nice comments about Andros last week. People weren't like they weren't loving it. I'm just kidding. I'm just throwing shade.
Yeah,
we got lots of nice comments, of course. Of course, people loved him.
But hang on, Sean. Before we get too far, because we just mentioned the paywall, we do have to thank some people from Patreon. Coming in. We have to thank Dannohh, who has returned to the fold as a gold member. We have to welcome back Sean Hennigan and Luke Lore, of course.
Yes.
We need to give all the thanks in the world to them for supporting us on patreon.com/carpoolgaming, just like you can. We super appreciate it. We love you very much.
Keeping the boat afloat. You know what? I was thinking about it too. Our Discord is exploding in a good way, not exploding in like a destructive, war-torn kind of way, like exploding like the kids would say. Things
Popping
are fat, like pH
Popping
fat.
off.
Like good.
We do be popping off in the Discord.
Popping off, indeed.
Yes, all the pops are off.
They're every day, like at least a couple of people joining on in. So it's nice because we say come on into the Discord. The water's warm, everybody's friendly, and then wouldn't you know it, people show up and they're welcomed and people are friendly, and the water indeed is warm.
The water is warm, dude. it has negative connotations, I feel like sometimes, but
better than cold. What do you want? You want to get in with cold water?
I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of like a cold pool.
Cold pool.
Yeah, I kind of like a cold
Blocklet
pool.
doesn't like that.
No, that sounds awful. It's like an ice
bracing.
bath.
Yeah, I love a good ice bath, dude. Can I just say I did that ALS ice bucket challenge, and afterwards I was like, I kind of want to do this again. Like it was kind of like I kind of liked it. It was kind of bracing. Woke me right up.
I have to wonder, like people did all those videos, and I have to wonder, like, how cold was that water? Like, I really want to know. Like, actually, or is it like?
Oh yeah, surely.
Well,
that ice
if you did it, like I'm sure you did it nice and cold, but nobody knows for sure. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say?
Would they fake it?
They're just like, ooh, cold. But
very cold.
Burr.
Oh, I hope I don't go viral. It's so cold. Oh my gosh. That was a time, wasn't it?
It was such a strange thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many challenges. Whenever a challenge comes up, I'm like, I'm a pass. Like I'm not participating from like the very beginning. Like you're not going to see me.
Even if it's for something good.
I'll just donate. Like I don't need to do all of that. I'll just donate the money and call it a day.
Good call.
I
don't need to do all the extra.
You have to also donate. It's the challenge is to raise the awareness or whatever, but that's the important thing that everybody forgets is they'll do the challenge and then not donate. It's like, all right, you missed the point.
That's what I always wondered. It's all the mustaches. Think of all the mustaches you see in November. And I think you just, they're growing it out just to look weird. You gotta donate.
I'm here looking weird all year round.
You look great. You look great.
Well, thank you.
Looking weird all year round.
New shirt.
Yeah. Jot that one down, man. Oh my gosh. It feels good. It feels good to be here with you guys tonight. Hope everybody had a good day. We're sitting here just kind of chilling, and it feels good to kind of be back in the saddle. I feel like for the past month or so, the Nintendo Drive has been in like either it's been somebody is out or like Andros is here with us, and like this core mix of the three of us. I feel like it's been a little while.
It's been a while
since we've had it. It's been a while, you know.
Yep, back to our roots.
Yeah.
Yep, we're here, and not with our spouses and partners tonight.
True.
Just get away from us. There's a podcast tonight, Chelsea. I can't hang out.
I'm podcasting.
We ate pizza, and that was that. And now it's time to talk Nintendo with my friends from America.
Yep.
Call
them.
Yep. This morning, my wife and I went to. We drove about an hour to this place called Zwolle, Louisiana, and that place is known for their tamales. So we drove there just to get tamales, Zwolle tamales, and they were very good. And we bought like 6 dozen tamales. Like it was
6 dozen.
Yes. Because what you do, tamales, as you well know, Sean, freeze extraordinarily well. So what you do is you freeze them, and then you're eating on them for like the rest of the year. You know, it's awesome.
Seems like a solid plan. I don't know why I haven't thought of that, honestly.
And I love a good tamale. Love it. A good hot tamale, Sean.
A good hot tamale. Oh, God.
John 32 in the chat says he does not know this, and you're right, John. I had no idea.
Have you ever had a tamale?
I've had a tamale. I can imagine that they would freeze well. I've never bought 72 of them at once.
We were just like, felt cute, might buy 72 tamales.
Yep. Did it take me that long to do that math? Yes, sir, it did. My first thought was like, that's more than 100.
I already know. The YouTube short I'm making of this is going to be that beautiful mind thing, like the calculations. It's like,
what? How many?
Done. Consider it done.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do today, Lachlan? Sean had pizza. I had tamales.
So we went and did our Valentine's thing. Hello, happy Valentine's Day, Palentine's Day, all the things.
Yeah,
Palentine's. That's very sweet.
Yeah,
Nintendo Palentine's. We should have had Andros this week.
No, he had his chance. He had his moment.
Yeah,
they could capitalize on that if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could. You're welcome.
It's too late.
Too late.
He did some sort of Valentine video of Breath of the Wild, of course.
It was good.
Of course.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list. But we went and did our Valentine's thing last night. So we went to the Lobster of Red
That sounds like a Game of Thrones character. The Lobster of Red.
The Lobster of Red. And so I had my leftovers from what I had last night, which was like a crab Alfredo pasta. So had that for lunch. Felt very fancy. And then did a impromptu Best Buy run right off of work. And I'm using a new camera tonight.
Hey,
new camera.
Looks great.
It's a strange clarity that I'm not used to. I'm gonna
we can see right into the rest of your house.
Oh gosh, probably.
I know.
Yeah. Now I just want to stare back there.
Couldn't make out. You're doxed now. Now you have all this extra clarity. Everybody knows exactly what's going on.
There's a sharpness to it now. It's weird. I can't. I gotta do my makeup a little bit better now.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Big
time.
I can't just slap it on my face and call it a day. I've got to make sure my eyebrows aren't all wacky crazy because you'll see all the imperfections.
Dude,
now.
My eyebrows get insane. My wife has to trim my eyebrows for me because they get wild if you don't.
Isn't that normal for everyone?
I guess. I don't know. Does everybody else have this? Everybody have this?
When you get older, it just gets worse.
And they grow into your ear canals too.
To the point where I could fan them up and it looks like they're just insane. I don't even know. And so my wife, it drives her crazy, so she has to trim them.
Oh, let it go. Let's see what happens. I'd like to see them kind of up and over the beanie. That would actually look really neat.
You go full like Jim Carrey in the series of unfortunate events where he's Count Olaf and his eyebrows are all like out here. That's what you're
gonna look like the Lorax by that point.
Yeah, I speak for the trees.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to work for an attorney, and he had his just let them live up there.
Powerful
and
eyebrows.
He was known for his eyebrows. Like it's about as crazy as you might expect them to look. He says, "That's my signature look." I said, "All right. That's what you're doing." Yeah. He was also a very older gentleman as well.
We're like a day or two away from there being right beside all the beard wax and all the, the things you need to accessories. We're a day or two away for that for eyebrows, like trimming and a different wax for some reason.
Eyebrow culture.
Shaping.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. We had our man bun moment, and now thankfully that's gone. Beards are in. It's seemingly to stay. I can't imagine a day where we go without beards. Like, I'm the weird one that doesn't have everybody's got a beard.
Yeah, me too.
Lachlan is like right there.
She's working on it. She's coming after my throne.
If one day Lachlan and I just like showed up with a Seth beard, like we just like pinned it up on our face, that would actually be incredible.
Amazing. Well, I was thinking about that actually, because now with our new setup on Melon, we see the same thing everybody else does for the first time. And so I have thought so many times, because the screen is being taken up by the intro and stuff, I've thought so many times about just like running and like putting on like something crazy or whatever, and just like being totally different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just showing up and like, that would be incredible. Yes, please. Well, hopefully it holds up for us tonight. We'll see. It seems like it's hanging on by a thread. Apologies for anybody watching. We'll see how it goes. We're still in test phase. We're doing this for a month. We'll see how Melon goes. It unlocks a lot, I will say. It's very nice, but it's not perfect, So we'll see. We'll just. I
like the chat box on the side too. Like, I have it open on my phone, like I've always done, in case I want to, respond to everyone live. Mm-hmm. So if you want me to respond to you, come to youtube.com/carpoolgaming, and I might, as the other two are chatting, I sometimes comment.
the best ad for youtube.com/carpoolgaming of all time. If you would like me to respond,
there you go.
To them, I'll grace you with my response.
That's what I was thinking.
Not only my voice, but my words via text message. But I do like that there's like a chat on here too, so it is nice.
Yeah, we can highlight some of these things. Just bring everybody behind the curtain into the manager's booth back here, the producer's booth. I do see blah 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 here in the chat with us tonight, and I don't know how much he's sharing publicly. I know he's talking about it in the Discord. Right. I'm glad you're here, because I did want to give you a shout out, blah blah blah, and just let you know that we're all thinking of you, and we're here for you, my friend. So I'm glad you're here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A good guy. That blah blah blah.
Guy. Hearts to blah blah blah, and also just one of the great usernames of all time.
Just what a great name.
Just one of the great users.
Can we do one of these?
Oh, you're gonna do one of those? Where am I gonna do it?
You're over there.
I'm all by myself. You guys are making
it's weird
video hearts. I'm just by myself.
Should we talk about some video games? What's everybody been playing? Who wants to talk about some games? I know, Sean, you have some games to talk about. My friend.
Finally. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been having a bit of a crisis lately. I'm like, I'm not playing any games. Why do I even podcast about video games? I'm like, what am I even doing with my life? Oh, my family is going to leave me. And what does my existence even mean? But I've redeemed myself, because I have beaten one game, and I have dedicated myself. I have committed. I've bought a pre-promise ring for another game. I took off the first game. I took my promise ring off of Neon White, and I put it onto the right hand ring finger.
Is that how you operate? Is that how this works?
I think it's my best bet. I think so. I just not what I want to do. That's not like my hedonistic approach to video games, which is like
just migrating the promise rings over and over.
Well, before I would have like many rings, but actually I need one ring to rule them all.
On Valentine's Day, nonetheless, this is the lingo we're going with.
As long as they're all consenting games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a mahoganyist type of guy. You know what I mean with my video.
Mahoganyist.
Wait, what?
Hang on a second.
It was on purpose for the record. It was
okay.
I know what I'm doing. All right.
Okay.
I was like, that's the color of my sweatshirt, Sean. Come on. Come on. What is happening here?
I don't even know, man. I do know that I did finish Neon White, and I'm very proud of myself. Very happy. And what the last time, Seth, you and I chatted about this, I said, I think I need to just spend like another 40, 45 minutes on it, and I will just finish it. I'm just going to, not going to perfect every single level. That's exactly what happened. I spent another half hour, 45 minutes, and just past the levels. I did not get the quote-unquote real or best ending on this thing, but dude, so special. I have to admit, you scared me a little bit. When I was first playing, I remember you're like, oh, just wait, the levels kind of get a little bit nuts, the cards get a little, the abilities get a little bit much. But I don't know, maybe it's just because I spent so much time perfecting all the other levels and getting as good as I could do, probably in the first half, 2/3 of the game, that I was perfectly fine to just kind of roll through it. The game gets anime though, dude, like as if like it wasn't at the start. Yeah. Like the story goes places. I don't know how to explain it without like completely ruining or spoiling the story, but it goes places, and I'm happy about it. Like I was really pleased with where it went. Confirmed, game of the year for me last year. So that is all finished for me, and I'm very happy that I did it. Yes.
It's weird because like it just gets, for me anyway, towards the end there, like it's cool. Like I like the way that that everything kind of ramps up and it pays off how much time you put into it, learning the abilities and stuff. But it does get to the point, especially towards the end there, when you're getting up on like marathon and stuff, where you're in a level for like 3 to 5 minutes.
Right. Right.
So,
yeah, and I think one of the reasons, I mean, obviously I wanted to move on to the next game, but I probably would have been more compelled to spend a little bit more time with it if more people were playing on PC, which is where I was playing it. Like if that leaderboard thing kind of kept going, but it got to a point where there was nobody left. I was the only one playing those levels on my Steam friends list. So I could honestly see myself double dipping though, and getting it on Switch just to have it. It's such a special game. People who missed it, I don't know if now's the time for anybody to be thinking about any games last year, but if you're anything like me, that's all I'm doing. I'm not playing anything new. Nuts to Fire Emblem Engage, nuts to whatever has come out since January 1st. I'm not playing anything new, except for I did 5 minutes of Metroid Prime Remastered, but that's a whole other thing.
Nice. That's a whole other thing.
Like
you've been playing you've been playing the Three Houses, right?
Three Houses.
You were on?
Let me tell you, holy cow! This game is this my new personality, Lachlan? Is that how this works? Every time I play a new game, I'm all about it.
Yep.
It feels like a choice. That's the one thing I'll say is where I wouldn't have a choice, where I feel like I just kind of go on autopilot and play whatever I'm being kind of told to play, like by Nintendo or by the rules of content creation. I should be playing. Yeah, I should play Fire Emblem Engage right now, but I ain't. I'm playing Three Houses. And it feels like a choice, and I feel great about it, is what I have to say. I should be playing the new one, but I'm not. And I'm 15 hours into Three Houses. I'm about a quarter of the way through, I think. And I've played it this far before. I've played up until like the main break. There's like a pretty significant, is it a time jump or something? Something big happens. There's actually a split where I think the story actually gets specific to your house. I played up until that point before, but I am I'm just redoing it. I'm still the Blue Lions, the Detroit Blue Lions. I did that last time. I'm doing it again. I'm distracted because I know, chat, that my connection for some reason is not great, so I apologize.
It seems okay right now.
All I see is like 50 messages, like Sean's cutting out. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's literally nothing I can do, but we're recording for the podcast, so the audio podcast should be totally fine.
Yeah.
But I am in a point with this game where I'm trying to find space to play it, and that feels great. And that I'm like, oh, I've got time, like at lunchtime, or I've got like, the kids are out. I've got like 45 minutes. I'm gonna go play this, or I've got a Nintendo Drive podcast. I'll be on the call in 20 minutes. Okay, make it 25 minutes. Okay, make it 30. Like, I'm finding extra space. And I think one of the big differences for playing it now versus when I was playing it back in 2018, I think it was, is I'm playing on TV, not playing handheld. I was playing primarily like on the bus and on the train back when I used to do that. And I'm having like, I feel like a completely different experience with it. The game is way darker in its tone than I remember it. Like awful things are happening to these people, but you're like, you want to go for tea or like cook something together? That sounds cool. But also like there's this demon knight with like death in his eyes hunting people down. What is going on here? And so I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I've made the right choice with the Blue Lions. Petra is best girl. I will be recruiting her as soon as humanly possible, but also shout out to Mercedes. And who else is out there?
I'm Googling Petra right now.
Petra's good stuff. Adam in the chat says Fire Emblem is about when it starts to meanders into waifu talk. Oh yes, we're doing this.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like I'm obsessing about leveling all my characters up, and it's funny because it puts you as a role of a professor. Like you kind of just show up in this head of this church, this monastery place. It's very Harry Potter-esque. Like you wander around the school, you become part of this school, and you're there with the students, you're teaching them, but you also like feel very protective over everyone. I'm playing where I think it's classic mode, where if people die, they really die. So it's permadeath mode.
Oh.
So playing for reals, you guys. I ain't joking around with this Fire Emblem stuff.
Around, dude.
Yep, I'm totally gatekeeping on this one. I'm better than you, and I know it.
Oh my
Global
God.
Jim. But yeah, I feel a certain responsibility for these kiddos. And I'm also thinking like, okay, I've got some that are, they're late bloomers. They're not quite where they need to be. They need to level up a little bit more. So I'll soften them up with this archer dude. And then I'll have Ingrid come in or Sylvain and finish him off. So he gets the extra XP boost and he'll level up and then that's all good. So it's, I want them to reach their goals. They're telling me like, I want to do this. And it's like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll mentor you and also protect you from this demon knight on a horseback. I don't know what's going on. I cannot wait. I know I'm rambling here, but I hope to have quite a bit more finished by next week. And the point about where Neon White gets super anime in its ending, I mention it because I'm hopeful that that's where Fire Emblem Three Houses goes as well. Like it's a pretty standard setup. Like you're this dude and nobody knows why you're special and you get this sword and blah, blah, blah. But I kind of hope it gets crazy. And I think it's going to. There's like this little element that like, something is weird here. So I'm excited to experience that.
Melodrama, dude. That's
big
what
time.
I want. I'm here for that.
Yep.
Yes.
John 32 agrees. Petra is best waifu for sure. We're talking. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dorothy or Dorothea. I'm not sure. Also up there. She likes to sing. Mercedes is like a choir girl. She likes to pray a lot. So I'm not sure if she's like down for that. You know what I mean, Seth?
Yeah. Maybe
it's almost too sweet.
A little too pious, perhaps.
Maybe. Yep.
There's a $5 word there. Locklith, what have you been playing, my friend?
So, I've been playing a lot of demos, like over 10 different games.
You played over 10?
Yeah, I played like 10 or 11 or 12. I don't know.
Oh,
I played a lot.
A demo for every tamale that Seth bought.
Yeah.
72 demos.
Yeah, I played not way too many, but I played a lot of demos last week and over the weekend because of Steam Next Fest. This is the first time I participated in that whole song and dance. And I even made a video that's up on my channel if you want to check it out. And basically just went over 7 out of the ones that I played that I would call cozy. I think number 1 on my list was Shumi Come Home. And you're basically this little mushroom guy and you're doing fetch quests. And it reminded me of Little Gator Game, which was super nice.
Yes.
Even the graphics, like the game itself, was kind of that way as well.
It does look like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you like Little Gator Game, I would definitely recommend Shumi Come Home. And all the ones that I played to are supposedly coming to Switch. So my computer let me do it. I was surprised. One of them, the graphics were not as good as probably as the game could have been, because I did see other people play and it looked a lot different, better than my
that's
gameplay.
right.
Like I played
Yeah.
Mail Time and it looked a lot better on other people's videos versus mine. But I did play it. It's still on my list. So those were just two of the ones. But I played over 10 games. Some of them just didn't cut it.
Wow.
I was looking for specific cozy games. So one of them was too difficult and I like rage quit. And so
I
was like, this is not.
What was it?
I was like, this is not the Cozy to Pro series. This is supposed to be just cozy.
Right.
I think it was Tesla Grad 2.
Okay, sure.
Was the name of it. And it was so hard. It was so difficult.
That's kind of that Hollow Knight kind of vibe.
Yeah. I couldn't get the mechanics down. It's also the second one. I know the first one's probably different. Like the main character is different as well. But it looked interesting. And it's probably because I've been playing Hollow Knight that it looked interesting to me. But yeah, rage quit. And I was like, nope. I was like yelling to my husband in the other room, like, nope, not cutting it, quitting it, not going to waste my time. But it was fun, sort of, if I got the hang of it. But
put that on the box.
That's
fun,
what I was thinking.
It was fun, sort of, says Locklith on YouTube.
Locklith, the Nintendo Drive.
Yeah,
I would love for that to be sort of like a thing that we do whenever we talk about any of the games. Somebody take a completely out of context sentence or phrase that we said about it and just let's throw it up on Twitter or maybe that's our Instagram new thing. Just box quotes for the games that we talked about. Like Petra is best waifu. Sean Capri from Carpool Gaming.
And it needs to be like a
good idea.
It needs to be like a landscape picture with just the writing on, like those old Pinterest like things you would like pin or whatever.
Honestly, like I know I say this a lot. I do this probably on a weekly basis. I've got like a new, we're still working on our trading cards, our yearbook idea. Like this is all, there's a comic book, I think that at some point that we're doing as well. I would love to do that.
What a good idea that is.
If somebody can even just remind me afterwards, I would even even I would take a stab at this, you guys. This would be super fun. Mr. Bab in the chat says quietly stealing this idea. It's brilliant. It's actually brilliant. Only because Bad Bit said, because he's going to try and steal it. I ain't going to let him. So thanks for the extra.
We got to get to it.
The extra motivation. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of just jumped in there though.
No, you're fine. I just played a lot of Steam games. And if we want to go back to so I went back to my DS, my 3DS or 2DS, and I'm playing Animal Crossing New Leaf from the very beginning. So I've already paid off 2 of my house loans and I started on Saturday.
Holy.
I'm way too deep, but I'm not time traveling or anything. I'm doing my dailies and stuff.
Wow.
I think I didn't play yesterday, but I've played every other day. But the first 2 payments are not that much. It's 10,000 bells for the first one and then 35,000 for the next one, but now I got to get to 98,000 bells, so it's going to take me a little bit longer. But I forgot how much that game was. Just that was my intro to Animal Crossing was on New Leaf.
Same.
New Horizons is way more fun because you can put things outside versus New Leaf, but there's a lot more fun game mechanics that New Horizons doesn't have. New Horizons more like a sandbox in comparison to the 2. So
okay, but can we just say Nintendo, this is a cry for help right now. Locklith is literally going back to New Leaf because y'all have refused to add any more updates to New Horizons. Basically. This is a cry for help. And I just want Doug Bowsah to see this and take it to heart. It's a cry for help.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Better or worse than if she busts out a GameCube, plays, was it City Folk?
I played that too. The population growing on GameCube. Yeah.
Seth and I shaking our heads in unison.
Can we just take this, just black and white, and play the Arms of the Angel song or whatever underneath it? This is what she's having to resort to, man. This
is what Sarah McLachlan was singing about, man.
Yes. She was thinking about the poor Animal Crossing fans out there. Y'all are starving.
We are. We're literally starving for
pennies a day.
Content for a little bit more. We're starving for just a little something.
Just a little
taste.
Just a little taste. We're not getting it. Not getting it. So yeah,
Oh,
that's where
man.
I'm at. I'm playing everything but New Horizons right now.
You need a promise ring for the next game, whatever that next very special game is going to be. You can't be just having these one night stands with a demo over here, another demo over here. It's not fulfilling. Like, it's fun in the moment, but it's just, you got to settle down with that special game.
We've all learned
Sean,
something tonight, haven't we?
We're just built differently, Sean. I'm gonna keep playing my demos. I'm gonna do my thing. You go over there and you flip flop around. I'm gonna do all the things.
You're flip flopping. You're a flip flopper.
Details.
It's an episode of Seinfeld right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I played a couple Steam Next Fest demos.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I played Miniko's Night Market, which I really liked. There's cute cats. If you like cats, Miniko's Night Market, real cute.
You can pet all the cats.
Oh my gosh, it's the best. And they like follow you around. It's so cute. They'll purr and it's very, very good.
Do cat things.
Yeah, just doing, just very standard cat things. They eat food, they breathe, they exist. Oh,
they meow, you pick up their hairballs. It's great. It's the best.
Chase lasers.
I have whatever that like cat virus is or whatever, where cats like make you love them. What's it called? Like plasmo something. Nope. It's like it has a
placebo
this is a real
effect.
thing.
What is happening?
No. There's an actual virus that cats have that make you love them more. This is a real thing. I'm not making this up. And I definitely have it.
Sounds
and
made
apparently up. We'll do a live Google search right now.
Hang on. Dogs probably have that too, but it's called loyalty.
This is called toxoplasmosis.
Sounds toxic.
Yeah. So what it is, I guess it comes out in their poop, and this is an evolutionary thing that happened with cats. I'm not kidding you. And I think it existed so that their prey would be attracted to it. And so, but it's like evolved to the point where humans have it too. Humans can be affected by it too.
So they're basically gaslighting you?
Yeah. Into loving them.
Via their poop.
Yep. It's very similar to the fungus from The Last of Us.
It's a litter box.
But I whatever it is, I have it. Because I was not a cat person until I had my own cat. And then I was like, wow, cats are great.
How does one transmit this? How do you contract this poop?
This is
disease.
Bowsah's got my back. It's the reason pregnant folks shouldn't clean litter boxes. That's exactly it. It's because toxoplasmosis could harm.
I think it's the kitty litter is just pure toxic material, anyways. Like nothing is supposed to naturally absorb, urine and nasties.
Somebody said what I was thinking.
Anyway, so I played Miniko's Night Market, and it was good, and there was cats.
We were talking about a game.
What were we talking about? What is happening right now?
This whole cat poop thing. So I played that game. It was good. Check it out. And then I played Ogu in the Secret Forest, which I know you played too, Locklith, and that was really cute. This game is basically if Sanrio made Link's Awakening, is basically what this is. Sanrio, for those who don't know, is the Hello Kitty people.
Thank you. I was one of those people.
Sean with his hand raised up. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm people. Hi.
Yes, I am those people.
It's got that kind of like cutesy Sanrio art style. And it's like a Zelda, like really simple and really cute. And then I also played Mika and the Witch's Mountain, which is like Kiki's Delivery Service meets A Hat in Time, is basically how I describe it.
Who are these characters? What are these names? Like, where do you find, like, what section of the Blockbuster are you visiting to get Kikis and Mimis and Choo-Choos and whatever
Ogu, Ogu and Choo-Choo.
Exactly. Like, can you just quickly like prove my point? What are the games that you're talking about today? The Mimis and the Cuckoos and the Choo-Choos. The what?
Which
games?
Miniko's.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Minako's Night Market, Ogu in the Secret Forest, and and Mika in the Witch's Mountain. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. But the Blockbuster comparison is actually really apt. Because when you load up Steam during a Steam Next Fest, there's a whole section that's just, and it kind of is like you're going to Blockbuster and you're just seeing all these demos, and just with a click of a button, you're playing them. You know,
you can narrow it down by type of game too. So I did that a lot.
Cool.
To pick out all the different ones that I wanted to play, and went from there basically.
And just like Blockbuster, there's no late fees.
Yeah, no late fee. Well, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Blockbuster. Yeah. Well,
except for like Bend, Oregon, or whatever.
Some of us might remember the final days of Blockbuster. They really were trying to end of late fees. They're gone. It's like, how does that make any sense? So you're just gonna let people keep them?
Just keep them forever, dude. I remember vividly the last time I was ever in a Blockbuster in normal operation. There was one employee working there. I think it was the manager, and I've never seen a human being look more sad. Like, it was deserted. Aww. They had already started to, they had already started to sell off like fixtures. Like, they were selling the gondolas the movies went on or whatever, like everything. They were selling it. Everything must go.
A friend of mine was buying those things, like the shelving units and everything, because like we all had just these crazy movie collections. And at like a closing Blockbuster, as sad as it was like, oh, I heard this next one is closing. Like the one on the south side is closing. Like we're all heading there. Totally. And because they have these crazy deals, you know, as if we were going to be watching DVDs for the rest of our lives, which obviously is not the case.
So I walk in there and I see this man. I felt so bad for him, but he just goes, "Welcome to Blockbuster." And then I hear him just under his breath go, "Happiest place on earth."
No way.
So I think of that every time I think about Blockbuster now. Just this sad dude. "Welcome to Blockbuster. Happiest place on earth."
That's a Saturday Night Live sketch, man. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's like Seth's like opposite of Second Chances. It's like
that's what I was
different.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Completely different.
Second Chances.
It's that it occupies that same mental thing. It's just wormed in
amazing.
there. Yeah.
That's so good.
Man. What a good memory that is. But anyway, so yeah, Steam Next Fest. It's like Blockbuster on Steam. Except it didn't close down. It's still there. It comes back every few months.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely digital, not physical media at all.
Yeah.
And you don't have to drive there.
So I played that. I have played a little bit of Blanc, which just came out today. I've played it for, 30 minutes because I made a video on the All In YouTube channel kind of showcasing what it's like. Because you can play that game single player, actually. It's a co-op game, but you can play it single player. And full disclaimer, I got it for free. Gearbox Publishing gave it to me, so whatever, take that forever you will. But so far, it's really cool and cute and wholesome, and I'm excited to play it in co-op. There's like 3 people that I want to play it with. So, I'm probably going to play through this game 3 separate times. Really cute. Check it out.
Are we two of those 3 people? Because I feel like
I'm just wrangling y'all in. Yeah. Well, I know. So I'm going to play it with Eric, my co-host on All In. Delroy and I are going to play it. We've had plans to play it for months. And then my wife and I are probably going to play it. So yeah. But yes, I see Bad Bit here in chat. Metroid Prime Remastered, you guys, is so good. It is so good. They have done such a good job with this. I basically spent the whole weekend playing it, and my goodness, it is immaculate. One of the best remasters I've ever seen. Mwah, chef's kiss. It is beautiful what they have done to this game. It runs like butter. It is perfect. Like it's just 60 frames, like wonderful. And this is also just like one of the great games of all time. So like, and it still totally holds up. There are a couple of like, modern conveniences that I am curious to know what modern gamers would think playing it for the first time, because there are a couple of things like the lack of autosave, for example, where I'm playing it and there are times like if you don't save and you like die, you could lose a lot of progress if you're not saving diligently. Yeah, there's no autosave at all.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So you better be hitting all those save rooms. Anytime you see a save room, you better hit that save room, right? So there's that. Yeah, smack it.
Smack that save button.
But I mean, like there's little things like that, and there's also basically no hand holding. Like I mean, what they've done is they've taken a Metroidvania, like you think about Metroid Dread or something, and it's a 3D version of that, you know? Like they have taken that, but it's all the like exploration and the sort of like slower pace. You really have to like take in every room. And I really love that about Metroid Prime. Like I forgot how much I missed that. Like I missed like going into a room, pulling out my scanner and just like looking, and you really kind of get to know the map. That's another thing. And again, modern gamers are going to hate the words I'm going to say. There's no fast travel either. You're going to walk everywhere. You're going to be hoofing it all over this place, right? But there's something about it that just feels good. Like there's something about it that feels cozy and familiar. And you get such a familiarity with this planet that you're on. And yeah, it's an excellent game, man. And the music is like amazing. Just probably the most atmospheric game maybe I've ever played. Like just the atmosphere is just, whoa, so good. So.
It sounded like a thick atmosphere. Gets you in your mouth.
Barely breathe in this atmosphere. So good. Yeah. So Metroid, and I know we talked about it last week a little bit. Like they released this thing at $40. Yeah. Like what a good move this was for Nintendo, man, to just make this quality port of an amazing, like an all-timer, this game, and release it at a bargain price. Like I am so thrilled with this.
Well, on that note, I was listening to all of the Nintendo podcasts that were released this past week. I listened to every single one of them, all 4,200 podcasts, and they all have been talking about this new price point thing. This with Zelda being $70, and it's amazing. None of them have brought up what we talked about last week, which you kind of just alluded to here. This is a $40 game. Would you rather every game just be $70 and it's just like if it comes from Nintendo, the price point is $70? Or would you rather that sometimes you get a $40 game? Sometimes it's $70, sometimes it's $40. Like I'm actually all for this. Because they got me I wasn't even thinking about it. I blacked out, and when I woke up, I got an email that said, "Thank you for purchasing Metroid Prime Remastered. I hope you enjoy your time with it." I'm like, "What? What? Not again?
Yeah.
What happened?
They got me. They got me.
What's in this drink? Holy crap! I thought it was just Diet Coke." But I had another one of those moments, but I realized that I'm in a committed relationship with Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I woke up and I spend a night with Metroid Prime. Like, what the heck is going on here? So I can't wait to get to it. But I'm glad that really just having a great time with it. It seems like the entire internet is enjoying this. Like Metroid is having yet another moment. And it's funny, Seth, like when you talk about some of the challenges that are involved in a Metroid or Metroidvania for that sense, like I think it has to do with there's more challenges. It's more of you have to really think about what you're doing with Metroid games. And that is so abnormal for video games now. Like you kind of just like get on in there and you cozy on up and everything's easy. And it's just not what Metroid is. It never was. And none of those games really are. And I think that's why you don't really see it climb up to 10 million copies sold really ever, which is too bad, because I think I just saw Switch Sports did like 8 million, like this terrible game. 8 million copies. Just okay. I feel like in Nintendo land, sometimes we don't even know what these numbers mean. Like we need to bring in some numbers from games on Xbox or PlayStation to go like how special that is. And it's just like, well, Pokemon did 20 million in 6 days. Like what? It doesn't even make any sense anymore, the comparison. So I would love for Metroid to reach that level, but I do think it's tough. It's a tricky game. It pushes back on you. It makes you really win it and want to beat that game. It's not easy, but it's super rewarding. But maybe in this Age of Souls game,
special. Yeah, well, exactly, right. The thing that makes Metroid special is the thing that's holding it back, right? From like those sales. And like Souls games are a good example though of like somehow they have made that like mainstream. Like somehow they have made that something that will, like Elden Ring, I think did sell however many millions of copies, right? And like that's a hard game, but I think the thing there is like they've created like kind of a culture around it too in a way that Metroid I just don't think is ever really going to get. I think a lot of that is from the community, the fan base, the fact that when I'm playing Elden Ring, little messages are left behind, and there's people who will hop onto the stream and give you hints and stuff. There's like a communal element to the Soulsborne kind of series. Even like you playing Bloodborne and Extra Life, all of a sudden you've got a group of people behind you saying, oh yeah, go here, go here. Like Metroid doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Like that, I think, is the secret sauce for Soulsborne games.
Can I say something that's going to maybe upset some people out there about Metroid? And I love Metroid. I think it's great. It's not my favorite game of all time, but so I won't pretend like anything like that. My kind of like, I'm trying to remember like what I would have been thinking when Metroid Prime came on GameCube back in the day, and kind of what I thought even Super Metroid going all the way back is it kind of starts up, and Prime is like this as well, and it's like you're on some planet. Like I think it's like some undesignated planet, and like as far as like the sci-fi goes, this is where people are really gonna hate me. Like I feel like the sci-fi is mediocre. I think the game is great in its design, level design, atmosphere, feeling, but as far as like where you are and its premise, it's like it's been done before. Anything that it's making reference to, the reference did it better. And so like I feel like that is maybe another thing that keeps it from reaching that Elden Ring, Bloodborne style. Because when you play like Elden Ring, like it's all there. They have not left any details like going like, oh, whatever. And I do get that sense sometimes with Metroid because it's a Nintendo game. They don't really need to go super crazy into some of those elements. Maybe it's just me, but that's my take. I know people are canceling me already in the chat, so whatever.
In the chat, yeah. Well, I think there are a few things that play into that. First of all, so much of Metroid's atmosphere is how isolated it is, right? Is like that is just Samus, and yeah, you're gonna see some space pirates. Yeah, you're gonna see some alien creatures or whatever. But like, it's not the same as Elden Ring, where I'm taking on these, very memorable bosses that belong to these factions and, and whatever. Metroid's not really like that. It does have lore, and there are a lot of things, especially in Prime, you're scanning everything and you're filling out this log book and you're reading like weird little codex entries between the space pirates. They're all just goofy and dumb. And like you're learning about this kind of stuff, and there's this weird like alien bird race called the Chozo that are the ones giving you your powers, and like what's going on with that. But like there's not to your point, there's not as much of that under the surface as there is with something like Blood. There's not as many people making 2-hour lore videos about Metroid as there is about Dark Souls or something.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably true, and maybe that is something that keeps people sort of away from it. But if I were Retro and I were working on Prime 4, I would try to find a way to bring that communal element, to make it a game that has something like, hey, what did you do when you got to this point in the game? Like, what did you do when you got here? Metroid doesn't have that. We all solve these problems in basically the same way. And there could be water cooler moments, but there's not like builds to Metroid. It's not an RPG, right? It's not, it's not, hey, you should go here and do this and try this build or that build. I think it would be kind of neat if Metroid had like just a little bit more of that and incorporated some of these communal elements. I think that could work really well for it. But,
well, I'm not trying to like, I don't say it to push people away from it. Like it's the one thing that I first noticed at it and maybe didn't like give it a chance that I should have, because the game, like when you play a Metroid game, it feels amazing, and you have a great time playing it. But like on first blush, you like the on a surface level, it just doesn't appear like anything else. And maybe it sits in this weird place that it's a Nintendo game, so it kind of is for kids, but it's really not. Like it's designed more for, I don't know, to say like more of an advanced kind of gamer. It's not it's not Animal Crossing. It's not, some of these, I don't know. I'm
casual.
Now I'm upsetting everyone. How about I upset everyone who plays any other game tonight?
Yeah. No. I understand what you're trying to say though. And I think that like, and that's the reason, right, that Metroid's always like kind of capped out. I think Dread's the best selling game in the series and sold like 3 million units.
And that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to like dissect that a little bit, because when I play Dread, it's great. And here we are talking about Metroid Prime, and it's like everybody loves it. So what is it that's keeping this thing from being this like as successful as the internet would have you believe it should be or is. So I think it's surprising that it isn't one of those crazy successful games because it's such high quality. And I think we're probably going to have a very similar conversation about Pikmin.
Yeah. Good
but
point.
also, every time I say this, the game goes on to do bonkers numbers. Animal Crossing, I had my thing with, and it went to go set records. Every time I think a game is like, I don't know about this one, that's the one.
Yeah.
It
well,
does
and
crazy.
Animal Crossing, New Horizons was also maybe the most accidentally fortuitous timing of any game release in the history of video games, right? It came out right when the pandemic hit. There is no better, circumstance than that. So, yeah. And we all needed that game too, right? So,
I do.
Anyways. I'll and I also played this game called Anodyne 2, but I have way too much to say about it. I'll either save it for next week or maybe post show or something. But Anodyne 2 was incredible. Anyways, we'll talk about that.
I also
time.
need just the titles of the games that you played as an image. Just these silly names. Nobody knows what they are. Like just random letters. Are you choosing games from like a chat API? Like is an AI selecting the titles of the games, or are they making up the titles for you?
Just throwing out random titles. Yeah. No, but it was very good. I'll save it for another time though. Another time, another place. We'll be here all night. I think we actually, for maybe one of the only times, Slocklith, pointed the community in a direction. We asked them about games to play with your significant others, with your pals or whatever, somebody that you love. And I think we got some community submissions, didn't we?
Yeah, so I basically asked 2 questions, but one of them kind of was outweighed and all the answers are there. But I specifically asked the community, what game or games do you recommend for couples? And so I picked out everyone that responded. So I'm sure no one cares that I'm going to shout them out here. But Darth Stridius said that you should test your relationship with Overcooked 2.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's the right way to say that. It is.
That's a test.
That's a test.
Yeah. I played a little bit of the first one with my husband, and I don't think we got to that point of stress, but we also didn't play it for a long time, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But I've played it.
My wife and I, we can't play Overcooked. Here's the thing. All right, because my wife works in the restaurant industry and has for many years.
Yeah.
And she's actually great at it, and she actually loves playing it. She's like, if it were up to her, we'd play Overcooked every day. But I get so stressed out.
Me too.
In that situation, I find it like cripplingly stressful. Like I hate it, and it just like because she's yelling all this stuff, and next thing you know, it's like if you'd only chop the stupid tomatoes, and I'm just like, nope, I can't do this. Like it hurts me. I can't do it. So I would be the person in the kitchen like crying. Like I can't do it. Sorry.
I can't. Well, I play cozy games. I can't handle high stress environments. So, and then one of the times you're each on a different vehicle and you have to keep swapping back and forth between the 2 vehicles.
Too much.
Yeah, no, it's
cook
too much.
Everything, and it's like, no, this is not realistic. In some ways it is, but in that way it's not. So yeah, that's definitely testing.
In some ways it is. In that time that my wife and I were throwing burgers across a pirate ship, it's very realistic. While zombie like octopus were coming over, whatever it is.
Well, the stress is real, okay?
The stress is real. That's for sure.
Well, Bowsah responded with that her and her husband love playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, and they've been doing that since they play together since 2020. They're always trading DIYs and sending each other gifts. They have their own islands, which that's the best way to do that. So they don't fight over decorations. So I've played a little bit with my husband where he's played on one of my Switches on another island, and he comes over, but he's one of those SOs that come over and shakes all my trees and does all the stuff where my island is, I bet you would. I'm not even surprised.
You would.
I would dig all around the weeds. So you have to fill the holes to get to them.
That's next level evil, actually. I threw my wife and I played quite a bit of Animal Crossing when it first came out together. I threw her a birthday party in Animal Crossing.
Aww.
Actually. Her birthday's in May.
Not in
and
real
so
life.
we were no, not in real life. She's just fed to the wolves, but in Animal Crossing, she's all set. No, we couldn't go out and do anything because it was like quarantine and everything. And so I put together like an Animal Crossing birthday for her. And we had
That's very sweet.
Like special guests and stuff, like friends that she didn't even know had it. My younger sister got the game and like got the game that day and like came over to the island.
That's cool.
And, yeah, it was cool, man. And it was right after my little sister joined the Air Force. So we were all kind of missing her. She just went to basic and stuff, so yeah, it was really nice. It was cool. Good game.
I love that.
Good game.
I'm still not shocked by Sean's response of I'd shake all the trees. I'd dig all the holes. I'd make sure I'd dig a hole right before you came over on the other side of the river and you'd fall in the hole and then you'd be like
shake out all my dirty laundry.
And then you'd be, oh, I fell in the hole.
Tear down all the wallpaper.
This juxtaposed to Ryan saying he would open your amiibo if he took over your body. This is just your version of that in the digital space.
Yeah, but it's just digital space. And I actually wouldn't do it because like that would involve me playing Animal Crossing.
Found a way to throw a dig in there.
You know what, Sean? You can just go sit back there like you do with Ryan. Go to your corner. Go hang out by yourself.
Go to your corner, Sean.
Go to your corner, Sean. Yes. Yeah, over there with your Coke.
You take your Coke and you go to your corner.
Your Splenda, that's probably detergent, and that's why it's making you all loopy today. You stay over there.
My what?
Splenda. Remember your Splenda being like detergent?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. The chat knows. I know they know.
I'm not eating my detergent.
Well, Fulish Fuji says that they would recommend Unravel 2 because it has some good puzzles in it and it's cute, little side-scrolling platformer. And the first Unravel game also has a family theme, so that also like shows love as well. I think we have the first one. I'm pretty sure. That's like the little blue and red like yarn.
Yeah,
Yarny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Memorable character Yarny. Yeah. Good old Yarny, man.
I don't think we disagree. I don't think that was stressful. I don't remember that being stressful. So I think that's a good response on that.
Not really. There are a couple like kind of like, perilous situations or whatever.
Yeah.
But it isn't stressful, I wouldn't say.
Yeah. It's not like It Takes Two or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. It Takes Two.
Talking about couple, like something you play with someone else. That was another one I thought of when I was thinking of these questions.
That's a great game. Like It Takes Two is maybe my favorite co-op experience of all time. Like in terms of a co-op game, that game's incredible. But in terms of like a family togetherness kind of thing, like the story of that game is horrible. It's awful. And
the premise,
not even just the premise, like the characters suck. Like Cody and May, the main characters, I hate them. I hate them so much. And like by the end of the game, they're such irredeemable pieces of garbage. They can never like there's a moment in the game, and anybody who's played it knows the moment I'm talking about, the cutie, the elephant moment. I'm like, nope. From that point on, you will never be redeemed in my eyes. I hate you forever. Sorry. There's nothing good that can come from this. So yeah. I don't know. I also don't like that game's take on like divorce. Like sometimes like the whole like just concept of like, divorce is like evil and divorce is never a good thing for anybody. I'm like, well, sometimes actually divorce can be useful. And sometimes people just aren't meant to be together. And that's like, okay. So rather than using this as a avenue to chat about like kind of the realities of it, like, oh no, divorce is awful. And if you just go through this terrible traumatic experience, you'll work out your relationship and everything. And I'm just like, that kind of sucks too. But and then like the daughter blames herself the whole time. Like it's horrible. Anyways, great game, horrible story.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Again, I'll add that in yet again as we're going deep into the weeds on some of these things. But yeah, I totally agree with all that. And I haven't even played the game. I've just watched others play it. So yeah, complete fair points. But I have no input except for Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy. Yes.
Well,
vibes.
Quagmire, yeah, good vibes only. Quagmire says that his wife is not a gamer, but she'll play Mario. So their couples gaming thing is to play Super Mario 3 via the NSO app. So.
Yes.
Oh.
After my own heart. I love that.
I don't think we've tried to do both of us play like an NSO like game together. We've played them separately, but we've never done the both of us try to play or take turns type of thing. We've never attempted that.
Yeah. Good game. 3D World would be an awesome.
That's my answer.
Game. Yeah, what a good game that would be for that. Yeah, man. I feel like that's our answer for like everything.
3D
What's
World.
a good game? Just 3D World.
3D
you can apply
World.
that as a blanket statement to basically anything. Just at a certain
Desert
point,
Island game. Why not 3D World?
Yeah, we at a certain point have to just, I think, collectively agree that that's just one of the great games of all time. Like, it
already
just
did
is.
it. Yep.
You know? What a game. Anyway.
And then Kevin Ainsworth says that his girlfriend only enjoys games when they're co-op and platformers. Therefore, the best games for couples are the Kirby games, which I agree with this, especially if your partner is inexperienced at games, since Kirby is easy. Kevin, chill. Go get a job or something. Also, Kirby is very cute, which is a bonus.
It's an easy series for the most part to get to that post game.
It is, but you don't have to mention that. Come on.
Yeah, I think Kevin's kind of profiling here a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Kevin needs to
Why has it got to be easy?
Too. He needs to go sit in a corner too.
Yeah, it's a good call though. Many of the Kirby games have co-op, and yeah, they're very cute. They're very simple, and don't do the post game content maybe in co-op, but it's a good play.
All the
games
are
games,
fun.
By the way.
Yep.
All of
Lego
them.
Games.
One of the ones that you really can't play co-op, and it's too bad because it's probably the best one out of all of them, is Lego City Undercover. Is an excellent game, and I think it's one of the only ones that you can't play like co-op or multiplayer or anything.
Yeah,
that game is great though. Holy cow! And it was different on 3DS as well. I would love to see that port. Like, please, Nintendo, give us these 3DS games on Switch. That is one of them. That game is it's so good. Even like the loading screen was long on the Wii U, but at least it had this like amazing music. It had this like disco cop kind of music.
Yeah,
it was so great. Yes,
it's a good game. I love it when like the DS port is like way different. Like, totally, it's just a totally different game. I love that.
It's like the Game Boy games. You used to have like a game on Super Nintendo or like, and Game Boy was around for so long, dude. And it was just wild to see like same title, completely different game. Just they had to have one on Game Boy. That was great. Good times.
Oh, and they would play with that. They would play with that format. How like Donkey Kong 94 starts off and the first like 3 levels or whatever are just Donkey Kong. And then it ends and Donkey Kong like crashes down and then he says, nope, still alive. And then he like runs off and it just becomes a completely different genre of game. Like a totally different game for the rest of the runtime. It's so good.
Speaking of Donkey Kong, I had one of these, like, I think this is usually like a kid who does this sort of experience, but I had like a childish moment because the first Donkey Kong game that I played, at least in my memory, I'm sure as a child I played the original one back in the day, but like Donkey Kong Country is my Donkey Kong game. Like that's what Donkey Kong is for me. And to get my whatever platinum coins or whatever on Nintendo Switch Online rewards things.
Yeah.
One of the challenges was to go play Donkey Kong, like go play the NSO game on NES. And so the game fires up and it's like and the music starts up. It's like do 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 do. I'm like, oh, it's the music from. I did the thing like backwards. I'm like, oh, it's the song from Donkey Kong Country where he starts up. I'm like, no, that song is from this game, you stupid idiot. I did it backwards. It's like the kids who hear that Aerosmith song Dream On, they're like, oh, it's that Eminem song. Like, no, that's not how that works. And I did it to myself. I played myself, but I definitely had that like, oh, it's that song. And then, oh, that's really special. That's like he's playing it on the record player and then Donkey Kong comes crashing in and ruins Cranky's party. And oh, it's so good. Freaking Donkey Kong Country, man.
And they bring that back up. Oh yeah, aquatic ambience. Yeah, one of the great video game tracks of all time. They bring that
All
back
time.
in Jump Up Superstar, of course. There's a little Donkey Kong that do. It's
Yep.
so good. So good. Yeah. Video
I
games
think
are good.
my answer to the question, like good couples game, was my husband and I actually finished. We played together and we finished Untitled Goose Game. I don't know if anyone has played that, but I bought it on Switch probably in 2020, maybe it was 2021. But I think I started the game off just to see how it was, and then I had him play it with me, and we had so much fun like going through the list and just I think we just like messing with people together. Like we like to people watch like actually in the real world. So it's like that, but like in a game, and wasn't stressful. A lot of laughs. That would be my recommendation for couples is Untitled Goose Game. I wish it was longer though. It's not long enough.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah.
I don't know, 4 hours, something like that.
Yeah, very short.
Yeah. Man, I would, you know what? It's funny. My wife and I have this habit of and I think that I'll say this sort of as a thing, like play games that work for you, you know? Play games that kind of work for you and your relationship and stuff. Because the thing is, my wife hates watching me play games. Like she hates it. She would like she'll be watching me play something. Very rarely will she actually get into it. Usually she's pulling out her phone or whatever. So what usually we do is I'll let her drive. Like I'll give her the controller and I'll say, here, you play, and I'll watch you and I'll help and stuff. And we've played single player games as co-op games effectively. So the Ace Attorney games played that way. The Quantic Dream games, Heavy Rain and Detroit and stuff, we played that way. The Telltale games, where I'm letting her kind of be the one making the decision so that she's engaged, but I'm having input and I'm helping her solve puzzles and stuff like that. So we play a lot of games that way together. Strange Horticulture, which came out last year, I loved playing that game with her because I'm very good at like these kind of detective-y puzzles, and she loved the kind of witchy vibes and like the plant management and stuff. So she was very into that. But when it came time to solve the puzzles, boy, I was on it, you know? So we both like kind of played that. It's a single player game, but we kind of co-opt it in a weird way. So yeah, it's good.
Sean, do you have an answer? Do you and Chelsea play things together or help each other out in that similar way of Seth's?
It's funny, not like that. My wife tweeted this earlier, so I'm going to steal her answer. Like our game is Borderlands, which unfortunately I don't think you can play on Switch, but Borderlands 1 and 2. Can you play them on Switch? Oh, look at that.
Everyone except for 3 is on Switch.
I didn't like 3 that much. That was a disappointment, to be honest with you. Those are our games. We platinum both of those on PlayStation, and those are good times. Just thinking about like we platinum.
Those are not easy platinums either.
The first one, I think it was the first one, you had to get to like level 50 or something, and it's this crazy difficult challenge. And I probably wouldn't have gotten it unless I played one time and somebody jumped into my game and just started like, they had some sort of glitch, it seemed like, because all of a sudden like these max level guns just like totally just pumping out of their body. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. This is actually kind of scary. Picked up all the guns and then I one-shotted my way to level 50 or whatever it was. So but yeah, Borderlands was our game. Like we had our whole system down. You know, you go to an area and I would drive and she would shoot because she doesn't know how to, read maps. So it was perfect. And the way we had to, like, we have our TV side by side, so we would actually be playing on separate systems, not split screen, which was great. But particularly when it comes to driving around with the maps, like one of us would have a map up and I would just be looking at that, and then the other would look at the screen because we're both on the car driving around. You don't need 2 separate views for that, so you could actually play pretty smart like that. But basically, since the kids have been around, we haven't done a whole lot of co-op gaming. Unfortunately, we're kind of like ships in the night where we kind of like trade off responsibilities. Unfortunately, so there's not a lot of not as much us time these days.
Well, Nagachaka asks a question for tonight that you can play by yourself, Sean. What's the best dating sim game and why is it Boyfriend Dungeon?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Did you live in like a cult? Wait, which is the one? It's not Boyfriend Dungeon. What's the dad one where you're in like a cul-de-sac?
Dream Daddy.
Yeah,
Dream Daddy. Yes.
It's a great game. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Game
that
Grumps
one.
made that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's probably my pick too, actually. That was another one actually that my wife and I played. We made a Waluigi character and we played Dream Daddy together. Yeah, our character was Waluigi. Yeah.
I'll also say shout out to Sims. Shout out to Ryan Turford. And you can kind of make that into your own. Like it's not that, but it could be. If you try hard enough. And Ryan did.
he made it happen, dude.
Mm-hmm. him and the gardener going to space. Look at there.
The book of lore in The Sims. I want a whole wiki of Ryan's Sims journey.
Oh gosh.
Yes, please.
Somebody has to go rewatch all the streams and write the lore, or he can just
he has to write it himself. He's the only one that knows it that well. But I'm confident he's up to the task.
You have like this like Ryan's Sim Game Choose Your Own Adventure series of books. It'd be great.
Oh,
like he's got the lore and the characters and the premise and setting and everything, and we can just kind of I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking of like 90s like early readers novel books kind of thing. Yeah, I want those illustrations.
Are you thinking like you choose which route and then you go to page 12?
Totally.
You pick this route and
go back. Go back. Nope, this isn't right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotta flip
I loved
the Choose Your Own Adventure books were great.
He didn't want to go to space. Flip back. Yeah.
Those were mind blowing though. Like that was honestly like, I just love and all they had to do was just, I don't know. Like it just seemed like that was your choice. Like it didn't actually occur to me until far too long to go like, I guess I could just, I don't like that ending. I could just go back. But I'm like, that's my ending. That's canon for me. I just stuck with it. And then I was the other kids
chose your own adventure.
I did. I chose it. Like the other one, I can't go back. I've lost my page already. I didn't like keep my thumb there or anything. I just went to it.
Choose Your Own Adventure. And he just realized as an adult, was choosing my own adventure. Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
It was magic, you guys.
It was like it was written that way or something. I don't know.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
I made my choice, and then all the other pages disappeared, and the only thing is left is what I chose.
Well, I have Boyfriend Dungeon, and I've only played a little bit of it because it was one of the Backtrackers games, one of the earlier ones. But now that we're talking about it again, I'm going to have to pick it back up. I might have to start over. But I do remember the feels and the characters in that game, so I might have to dive back into it.
Inflection on the word characters there was interesting.
There was an eyebrow raise, audio listeners.
Yeah.
There was an eyebrow raise. Yes.
Yeah, there was for sure.
Yeah.
Have like descriptive audio for the podcast listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we have somebody? Maybe we get Badbit to do this. Maybe he can just like read over. Like in this point, like Seth is adjusting his beanie or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
he just has such a nice voice, you know. Yes, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be into that.
ASMR Joe describing all of our facial expressions. I'm down.
Yeah. More Lockleth ASMR on the YouTube channel, please.
Oh yeah, I haven't done it. I only did that one video. I haven't done any more.
Yeah. Just read a walkthrough or something.
I'll read. Speaking of reading, I will read this.
Oh, hey, let's go.
Mm-hmm. 100 games to play before you die. I don't know if saying that word and that phrase was YouTube appropriate, but before you're unalived, these are 100 games that you must play. The Nintendo Consoles Edition. I bought it, y'all. I've started skimming it. I feel like Sean Capri with the pants, though. Going through and looking at all the interesting games and like what order that they have them in too. Some of them that they have like 98, 99. I'm like, those would be like 5 or 6 for me. So
really
differing opinions.
Like what? Drag them, man.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's look through. Let's peruse, shall we? That's all the questions and responses we have to, by the way, people, in case you're sitting at the edge of your seat. We're just gonna because why not? Why not?
That's the end of the show. Now we're just looking at magazines. I could go grab a couple magazines. I like that.
They have Xenoblade Chronicles at 85 out of 100.
Low.
Yeah.
We got to do you guys, I know Robbie Bobby Miller, we're going to do some list stuff, and like I don't want to rain on Robbie Bobby Miller's parade, okay? Cuz the list thing was like really he seems to be owning this list thing. But I would love for Carpool to have like a top 50 something. Top 50 Nintendo games, like do it for each one of the shows, top 50 Nintendo, top 50 Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is, or even like per system. Like I would really love for us to do that. Maybe it's a Yumi Capri episode that we do where we figure out how we even go about doing that. Like we can't just scream at each other and go like, no, this one's number one. Like that's too much. There's got to be some sort of system to it.
I have ideas on this.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Maybe, all right. Maybe we save this for another time though. But
not now. Just establishing. Okay, so we got our Instagram pictures idea. We got this one. I feel like there's probably another that I've forgotten. This is
just how the magic happens. You know.
I'm gonna drag this magazine one more time. They put Animal Crossing New Leaf at 74, and how dare? As I stare into the camera.
I can't comment because I don't know what's 73, for example. Like where is this sitting relative to others?
Mario Golf is 73.
Like Mario Golf for what? For what?
Game Boy Color. F-Zero is 72.
Oh wow.
So like what do they have like closer to 1? I haven't looked at the back. Let's see. And of course, the ones that are further down are like they have like a full like page spread, and I'm like,
I feel like it's going to get more boring as you get closer to the top because that's where it's going to be.
Typical.
Here's a link to the past, and here's Mario Galaxy, and
they have GoldenEye.
There it is.
What number?
Oh, I don't know the number.
007.
Where's the number?
It should be 007.
It may be.
If it might be. 7,
I don't know.
If it's not 7, we burn that book live on stream.
Burn it safely.
No, listen.
But just light it on fire indoors. Don't do that, people. Do not do that.
No, don't do that, people.
They have 10 pages, more than 10 pages. I'm still going through.
Of just GoldenEye?
007. Yes. I think it's number 2. Because they have like 10 pages before they go to something else at the end. Maybe the list ended and I didn't realize it. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Things are happening. Where does the list end? I can't. Who knows? It's impossible to know. I could skim it, but that'll take forever. My baby thumbs can't handle this.
That's fine.
Did you guys see Brian Eck posted in the Discord, posted the GameStop exclusive pre-order bonus for Tears of the Kingdom? If you pre-order, it's a wooden plaque.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Is that number 1?
Yes, GoldenEye is number 1. That's what it was. Yep.
I don't know about that.
Best game of all time? I don't know.
Like, or you got to play before
7.
you die.
7 actually feels right is the thing. Like, not only is it thematically appropriate, but that also feels pretty right.
I could live with 7.
Yeah, I could live with that. Anyways.
They've got your Super Mario 3D World at number 3.
That's good. Right. I mean, yeah.
All right. I'll take that. But
I like that what they did on... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Seth.
No, I was just going to bring it back to the wooden plaque thing.
Please. Yes.
The GameStop pre-order thing. So what's wrong with this? It's a free pre-order bonus. Who cares?
Doesn't it just look I don't know.
I mean, it's stupid. It's just
you don't
cheap.
Want it. It's just I don't know. I
guess just say no thanks. Like, all right, move on with your day.
And Sean is leaning back in his chair and laughing as he looks towards the sky.
Every time one of us takes a sip or contemplates with our hand on our chin or whatever, the 1,000 times a minute that we touch our faces, for goodness sake. No, I just think it's dumb. That's all I wanted to say. I guess.
Fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'll just tell them if they go to hand it to me, I'll just be like, keep it. Give it to somebody who would like it.
I got those vouchers, the 2 vouchers, thinking, well, of course, Zelda's coming out, and so I'll obviously be using that. And then I bought the vouchers. I've spent my money, and realizing I probably won't get Zelda digitally. Like I'll probably get a physical copy of it because I'll probably want to share it with my wife and my kids. So I really have to look at this. And Pikmin's the same. Like I'll probably be sharing that with Chelsea as well. So I don't know what I'm doing with these. Maybe Fire Emblem Engage. Maybe that's because she won't want that. You know, John 32 says it's a piece of the Deku tree, which would be amazing. Actually, it's the Kirby tree, whatever that thing you fight at the end of
Wispy Woods.
Yeah, Wispy Woods.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
You
just
always
called
correct
it
me
the
on
tree.
that. I never remember what that is.
I never know either. Such a fake fan.
Seth always knows.
Seth knows
I know
everything.
Yeah, I do. Take it to the bank, you know?
As Seth just agrees with his beard that is long and luscious, he says, I know everything.
I love this so much. I love this new development that we have.
Oh my gosh.
Did you guys see Rihanna performed on a Super Smash Brothers stage at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, everybody made
I
that
saw
joke,
that,
right?
yeah.
People were mean to Rihanna, man.
Listen,
what do you want her to do? Like spin on her pregnant belly like it's a top? Like what do you want her to do?
Leave her alone.
She's pregnant. Leave her
Somebody
alone.
mentioned they hope that Tom Holland would show up and do Umbrella. Ella,
oh my God.
And I got my hopes up. Got my hopes. I'm telling you, like, do you guys have? And maybe this is more for a post show kind of thing, which it obviously won't be because now that I've mentioned it.
No, we've said it. Yeah.
You have some of those videos. Everybody should have, and if you don't already, start your collection. The videos or the GIFs or whatever that just make you smile for some stupid reason, whatever it is. Have them for the rainy day because the Tom Holland doing his lip sync battle, it's spectacular. Like I am ear to ear, just grinning like an idiot watching that and I've watched it at least 4 million times. Okay, like of the 137 million on that video, 4 of them are me. Let's
bring this to the post show because I've got a lot to say about this. Let's make this a post show topic. I'm writing it down. We're not going to forget about it.
Not going to forget.
Post show happy videos dopamine is the note that I've written.
Yes.
So
Seth, I noticed last week too, you had a little preview for the free feeds. You got, I think, free feeds got a little taste, little sample,
little sample.
So you're listening on the free feeds. Stay like listen after the credits. Yeah. Don't shut it off. Don't delete it. Hang out. Lachlan's gonna do her like outro thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, leave us 5 stars, all that stuff. It is after that
whole thing.
Little post show sample for you. Mm-hmm.
Little base.
Patrons get the whole thing.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Was the book our physical? The book that we burned?
Was that the physical?
I've got my gaming physical.
Ooh.
And I know I've mentioned this game many a times, but I actually have like a physical of it, and it is Ooblets.
Ooh, Blitz. Nice.
I was trying to think of something that was cute and fun and something that I don't know if it resembles like Valentine's Day, but like you have all these critters that you take care of and they just follow you around just kind of like animals do. So
what a good game. That's
my physical. Yeah, such a good game. I get into it every now and again. They always have like they always have fun, like cutesy little events too. Such a underrated game. I had to actually go. I got the game off of Fan Gamer. If anyone's curious to know where to get
my favorite place. My favorite place to buy physical games, Fan Gamer.
Yeah,
what a good place that is.
It comes in very quickly too.
It comes quickly. It's well packaged. They throw little goodies in there. You usually get a little piece of artwork and a pin and stuff for free. It's great. I love Fan Gamer.
Use promo code Seth's Beard for free shipping.
Yeah, not sponsored. I've been shopping there for years. Yeah,
it came with like a Katamari like sticker, which isn't part of the game. But
it's better than a stupid Deku tree plaque.
Yeah, and like mine came with like postcards, like from the game.
Look at that!
It's
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's better.
There was a poster too of Badgetown, like the town that you're walking around in, like the extras, and you get it. It's not like limited run games. You don't have to wait 6 months. Like you get it quickly.
Shots
and
fired.
you get little extras. Yeah, I'm still waiting on a game from Limited Run Games. I don't know if I'll ever do that again.
I'm not impressed.
Listen,
dissatisfied. Look.
When Amazon Prime was messing up during the pandemic, I was not happy. Okay.
Can you hold up the game once again for video watchers here? The cover of this I actually quite like. I would like to see cover. This is idea number 3 or 4. I want somebody to Photoshop that girl's face out and put Lockleth's face making that expression in. I want to see Lockleth in Ooblets. I think that would be great.
So can you do your best impression of that face, Lockleth, so that like Hopple or somebody can?
Here's a bigger picture of the physical.
Yep.
And then me. You're welcome.
So
we need to have like little cartoon, little
rosy cheeks thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
very
welcome.
Good.
Yeah, where's Hopple? He's listening after.
Yeah, thanks in advance, Hopple.
Yeah. We know you're out there. We know you're listening.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. And here's me.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/carpoolgaming, y'all. Oh my gosh.
Well, Sean, where can people find you on the internets?
Oh man, you can go to Twitter and search Sean Capri. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. And I have only 3 months, less than 3 months with my current profile picture. And then I will be switching it back.
Who's counting? Who's counting?
Me. It's on my reminders. Countdown. I've got a countdown on my phone from when I can change this thing. Extra Life is long gone. People didn't even remember that that's why my profile picture is that.
I love it.
So dumb.
Seth, what about you? Where can people find you?
You can pull out your Motorola Razr, pull up its web browser, and you can, one button at a time, press the button like, I don't know, it would probably be 2 times to get to the H. I think just 1 time for the T, but you want to type in eventually http://twitter.com/$2hero. That's where you can find me.
And y'all are going to have to find me on Internet Explorer before it's gone forever.
Oh, wow.
And search for Lockleth TWT over on Twitter or Lockleth here on YouTube. But thank y'all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. This is episode 93. I know. Bump that like button if you haven't already and fuel this carpool in the comments below with your favorite underrated couples game. Let us know.
Nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the new Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like the stream and subscribe here on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you liked what you saw and want more, be sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Carpool Gaming.
Deek.